The courage to be honest, the hardest risk, the greatest reward. Honesty is one of the simplest values to understand, but one of the hardest to practice. It requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace discomfort. The most difficult risk we will ever take is the risk of being honest, not just with others, but with ourselves. Honesty is risky because it exposes us. It forces us to confront truths we might rather ignore. It can lead to painful conversations, difficult realizations, and even the loss of relationships, opportunities, or comfort. And yet, honesty is the only way to build a life of true meaning, trust, and success. The fear of honesty. If honesty is so important, why do we avoid it? Because honesty often comes with consequences. It may lead to difficult conversations, temporary pain, or even conflict. It's much easier to tell a small lie, avoid confrontation, or convince ourselves that everything is fine. But avoidance doesn't solve anything, it only delays the inevitable. Think about the lies people tell themselves. I'm happy in this job, when deep down they feel unfulfilled. This relationship is fine, when it's filled with resentment and unspoken words. I'll start tomorrow, when they know they're just making excuses. Lies feel safe, but they create invisible chains. The longer we avoid the truth, the heavier those chains become. And eventually, we find ourselves stuck in a life that isn't truly ours. The power of self-honesty. The first and most important form of honesty is self-honesty. It means looking in the mirror and accepting what we see, not just the good, but also the bad. It means admitting when we are wrong, when we are afraid, and when we need to change. Self-honesty is uncomfortable because it requires us to take full responsibility for our lives. It's easy to blame others, circumstances, or bad luck. But growth only happens when we acknowledge the role we play in our own success or failure. Ask yourself, are you truly working toward your goals or just making excuses? Are you surrounding yourself with people who uplift you or just those who are convenient? Are you being the person you aspire to be or just going through the motions? The moment you stop lying to yourself, your life begins to change. Clarity replaces confusion. Progress replaces stagnation. You stop waiting for external change and start making internal changes. And that's where real transformation begins. Honesty in relationships. Honesty is the foundation of trust. Without it, relationships, whether romantic, familial, or professional, are weak and fragile. Being honest with others means expressing your true thoughts and feelings, even when it's difficult. It means standing up for what you believe in and setting boundaries when necessary. Many people fear that honesty will push others away, but the truth is, honesty doesn't ruin relationships. Dishonesty does. Pretending, suppressing feelings, or avoiding difficult discussions creates distance. On the other hand, being genuine fosters deeper connections. Of course, honesty must be delivered with kindness and wisdom. Brutal honesty without empathy can be hurtful, but honesty that comes from a place of sincerity and respect strengthens bonds, even when the truth is hard to hear. Honesty in success and leadership. In the professional world, honesty is a rare but powerful trait. Many people believe that success requires deception, manipulation, or cutting corners. But real, lasting success is built on integrity. Great leaders are not just skilled or intelligent, they are honest. They take responsibility for their mistakes, communicate transparently, and build trust with their teams. People follow those who are real, not those who pretend. Similarly, in business and personal success, honesty is a game changer. When you are honest about your strengths and weaknesses, you make better decisions. You don't overpromise and underdeliver. You build a reputation for trustworthiness, and in the long run, trust is more valuable than any short-term gain. The freedom of honesty. One of the greatest rewards of honesty is freedom. When you choose to live honestly, you no longer waste energy maintaining a false image. You don't have to remember your lies or fear being exposed. You live with confidence because you know you are being true to yourself. Honesty doesn't mean life will always be easy. You may lose people who preferred the version of you that was more convenient. You may face short-term discomfort, but in the long run, honesty leads to a life of integrity, respect, and inner peace. Think of the moments when you were truly honest, when you admitted your feelings, spoke your truth, or took responsibility for your actions. Even if it was difficult, didn't it feel liberating? That's the power of honesty. Choosing honesty every day. Honesty is not a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. Every day, we face small moments where we can choose honesty over convenience. Being honest with ourselves about our goals and habits. being honest with others about how we feel, being honest in our work even when no one is watching. It takes courage. But courage grows stronger the more you use it. And the more you embrace honesty, the more you realize that the risks are far outweighed by the rewards. So take the risk. Be honest with yourself, with others, and with life. It will change everything.